Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your afternoon update.
Now is the time to be weather aware as we have multiple rounds of severe weather expected here in the Tennessee Valley as early as tonight. I will break down both Friday and Saturday's threat. Unfortunately, Saturday is looking like a very serious day with the potential for a tornado outbreak here in the Tennessee Valley. I will go through Friday night, I will go through Saturday, I will play through Futurecast and show you exactly what you need to know from timing and threats and everything in between, as well as how to keep you and your family safe. We'll just start chronologically with Friday night. Of course, that is tonight into the overnight and very early morning hours. Time frame looks to be between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. for the potential for a few supercells that will have developed to the west to move into the Tennessee Valley. I'm not entirely convinced they will maintain their strength all throughout the viewing area, but the potential is certainly there for a few tornadoes into the overnight and early morning hours, maybe even a strong tornado or two here in the viewing area. So I want you to take Friday night's threat very seriously, as well as Saturdays. Just because we may not focus as much on tonight's threat does not mean you do not need to pay attention, especially it being an overnight threat. You need to have a way to get warnings into the overnight hours as you are sleeping. Again, aside from the potential for a few strong tornadoes here in the Tennessee Valley overnight and into the very early morning hours, the potential for wind and damaging hail exists for us here in the region. Again, that timing looks to be from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. But for Saturday, we continue to grow more and more concerned of a potential tornado outbreak for us here in the Tennessee Valley, here in the viewing area. Unfortunately, things continue to trend in the wrong direction, supporting this potential tornado outbreak for Saturday. You folks in the red, you folks have a significant risk of seeing a long track type of higher end tornado in the Tennessee Valley. You folks in the orange, you still have the pretty much same threat. Everybody needs to be on guard both tonight and for tomorrow during the hours of 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. from start time to finish. Unfortunately, it is looking like multiple rounds are possible in addition to the Friday and Saturday round. So it is important to have a way to get warnings and accurate weather information all throughout the night as well as all throughout the day. Again, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. looks to be the time frame for supercells to develop mid to late morning, continuing through the afternoon, again, capable of producing stronger, potentially violent, long track tornadoes here in the Tennessee Valley, and there may be more than a few. I want to stress the importance, and I want to stress the potential for a tornado outbreak for Saturday here in the Tennessee Valley. Let's play through Futurecast. Today, we're just going to breeze through because it is uneventful until we get to the overnight. So we're just going to see a mixture of sunshine and clouds. 9 p.m. Again, that's our potential start window. Still going to be watching things developing to our west, but that is when we are going to start paying very close attention to what happens to our west, because we will have to see how far eastward these potential supercells do survive. This is about 2 a.m. when it's starting to creep into our viewing area. Again, still showing that kidney bean shape, so potential for supercells. Here's the thing. I'll fast forward a few hours and they pretty much completely fall apart. So that's what we're going to be watching for. We just don't know exactly where that's going to happen yet. But the trend is these potential supercells will be weakening as they move through some part of the Tennessee Valley. That's why we may not be as concerned with the overnight threat. However, it's still something that you need to take very seriously. All it takes is for one of those supercells to produce a tornado in your location, and I can't rule that out for the overnight. Again, we're watching the time frame between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. Then for the rest of the morning, again, as that kind of fizzles out, we still may see some rain and thunder mess throughout the early morning hours. Then by about 10 o'clock, things start to change. We start to see any sort of development turn a little bit more supercellular. Again, that's kind of that kidney bean shape that you can already see here in Futurecast at 11 a.m. all throughout the Tennessee Valley. And yes, all throughout the Tennessee Valley. This is why we are so concerned in using such serious language. We need you guys to be weather aware and to be paying attention, very close attention to the weather for Saturday as these storms still continue to move through. Again, still just looking like widespread supercells with some tracks of rotation moving through the Tennessee Valley. That's what you see here with these dense lines. Those are the potential for rotation tracks here in the Tennessee Valley associated with these supercells that will be moving through. Still supercellular by about 5, 6, 7 o'clock. By about 8 o'clock, we will start to see it become a little bit more linear. That does not mean the tornado threat is over by any means. That just means it's starting to get out of our viewing area, which is going to start to be some good news. We will clear you guys from west to east as we get later into the evening, but still a dangerous threat by about 8 o'clock for portions of our viewing area, again, close to Interstate 65 as that continues to push eastward. By about 11 o'clock, we are going to be done with the threat. You may see some rain off to our west. That is just going to be some leftover moisture. The severe threat will be over after about 10 or 11 o'clock, maybe even sooner for you folks out west in the western portion of our viewing area. But the threat for dangerous, potentially long track, potentially strong to potentially violent tornadoes exists from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on Saturday. Again, this is in addition to Friday's threat. I already went through Friday, but here is a threat breakdown for Saturday. Again, we have a significant risk for those tornadoes. Again, long track tornadoes possible, EF3 or stronger possible, potentially violent, and again, potentially more than one. So you need to be taking this very seriously as we are here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Damaging wind, also a significant threat. If you don't see a tornado, you may still see some winds upwards of 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. That's what we are going to be dealing with for the afternoon into the evening as well. We are worried about hail up to golf ball size, as well as flooding and flash flooding. 2 to 4 inches of rain are expected when it's all said and done, so I don't also want to just breeze over that. We could see the potential for flooding and flash flooding here in the Tennessee Valley as well. It's crucial for you to have a plan. We've been telling you about this all week. It is not too late to have your tornado safety plan. You have to have a reliable way, and I would suggest multiple ways of getting weather warnings. A NOAA weather radio will certainly wake you up out of your sleep. Those alerts that go right to your phone, the same thing as Amber Alerts, those are a great option, as well as our free app will send you warning information right to your phone. Know your safe place and know what to bring to your safe place before you have to head there. That will ensure that you execute your plan efficiently and quickly, because time could be precious in these situations. Bring your helmet and protect your head in your safe place as you're seeking shelter from a tornado, and you have to leave mobile homes. I suggest spending the weekend elsewhere if you can, and I also suggest not waiting for a warning to be issued. I would suggest leaving your mobile home once a watch is issued. If you have to wait for a warning to be issued, again, just be paying very close attention and have a way to get those warnings as soon as you can in order to head to your safe place. And what to bring to your safe place, again, something to protect your head, like a helmet or a kitchen pot. Bring an air horn or a whistle, something that can make some noise, a flashlight in case the power goes out, or that could be another way to notify first responders. Some food and water for you, and I also want to specify that you need to bring your pets into the shelters with you. You also need to have a leash, a collar with some contact information preferably, and you also just need to make sure they have food and water as well, cell phone, and then also a weather radio in your safe place. You can scan this QR code to download our free Tennessee Valley Weather app if you do not have it already. Again, it is completely free, courtesy of your local neighborhood Quick Mart, and a NOAA Weather Radio is another great resource. You can get those at hardware stores. Sometimes grocery stores have them as well. So here's your 7-day. After we get through today and tomorrow, again, we are trying not to scare you, but we need you to be prepared for a potential tornado outbreak on Saturday, as well as a potential tornado event overnight tonight into the early morning hours. Yes, we are putting more emphasis on Saturday, but Friday is not anything to be ignored either. The good news is after Saturday night, we have some pretty calm weather. Sunday is looking pretty uneventful. Temperatures a little bit cooler, and then our next storm chance won't be until Wednesday, so we will have a nice little break to recoup and recover. That's a look at your local weather forecast. Fred is back this evening with more updates.